During an interview with ActionNetwork.com, former WCW President Eric Bischoff revealed what made him lose respect for AEW President Tony Khan. Tony likes to compare himself to me and to WCW, but he hasn't gotten to the part yet where he's actually changed the industry or defeated his competition in head-to-head ratings. Tony likes to draw a lot of parallels to himself or WCW or Eric Bischoff, but they're really not appropriate. During an interview with ActionNetwork.com, former WCW President Eric Bischoff revealed what made him lose respect for AEW President Tony Khan. Tony likes to compare himself to me and to WCW, but he hasn't gotten to the part yet where he's actually changed the industry or defeated his competition in head-to-head ratings. Tony likes to draw a lot of parallels to himself or WCW or Eric Bischoff, but they're really not appropriate. And the real reason I've been vocal about Tony and AEW, and Tony knows this, I've talked about this, is Tony came out on national television and was very disrespectful, in my opinion, to Ted Turner. The guy whose name is still on the door at Turner Broadcasting where Tony airs his show. And Tony made some ridiculous comment to the effect of, if Ted Turner knew 1% about professional wrestling as I do, WCW would still be around. It was such a profoundly stupid thing to say that it made me lose respect for Tony. It also indicated to me that Tony doesn't really understand the business he's in. Tony has the benefit of having a couple $2 billion behind him. He doesn't really need to worry about performance from a revenue perspective because he's not really accountable to anybody. He's spending his own money, and he's got a lot of it to spend. He makes no bones about it. This is his hobby. Some people play golf. Some people have wrestling companies. But to be disrespectful to someone like Ted Turner while you've got a show on his network, to me, just told me everything I needed to know about Tony. And look, I'm critical. I want it to succeed. I know people have a hard time believing that. But I've been critical because I wanted it to succeed. I've pointed out that they need to actually tell real stories, not cosplay wrestling journalist stories, but actual real stories with real structure, with real stakes, with real arcs to those stories, and real payoffs to those stories. The characters have to be interesting. There needs to be some depth to these characters. They can't all look like they just showed up at the Jiffy Lube oil change center so you can change your oil for $29.95. I mean, you actually have to look like a star for people to perceive you to be a star. So there's just so many basic, fundamental things that are lacking from the AEW show, which is why, over 1.5 years ago, I predicted, with uncanny freaking accuracy, exactly where the ratings for AEW would be today. Over 1.5 years ago, I predicted it, and guess what? I'm right on the money. And it's not because I'm that smart, it's just because I understand the business. I see the trends. I see what's missing. And I can tell you within probably 100,000 viewers what the ratings are going to be a year from now.